A university is not something that one simply opens, like a savings account or a jar of pickles. Any self-respecting academic institution was doubtlessly opened long ago by dignified people who wore bowler hats and spoke via subtitle. The world is a creation of the past, and it is our job to keep it all going and try not to touch anything.
Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately. Unauthorized talking on campus. Thank you. Students are reminded that some grades are personal. science announcement. Plants need water, remember?
You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Good day, I'm Ricky Hawthorne, and welcome to the show. On my drive in this morning, I was speedily overtaken by a car full of whippersnappers, pipsqueaks, and good-for-somethings. I couldn't tell what they were chanting, but it certainly did look like fun. So today, only partly because I've got nothing else planned, I thought I'd pay tribute to those young people by telling you a few stories from my glory days.
Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses. Students are reminded to have the time of their lives. There's a fly in here.
For those of you who don't know how I spent my formative years, I was born, bred and buttered right here in 2 Point County before attending what was then called 2 Point University. I think it's still called that now, but it was then too. Right, top draw anecdotes coming up, but first, here's another toe tapper.
If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not to me. Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension. Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless.
When it comes to food, sometimes simple living is happy living. Don't get me wrong, I'm incredibly lucky to eat a wide range of things nowadays, from chicken sandwiches to pastas of seemingly infinite shapes and lengths. But I'll never forget that time at university when I lived off an enormous block of cheddar. I was said to be mostly cheese by the end of term, and, you know, I think they were right.
Frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend. Students are reminded that I'm not your mum. Work may or may not pay off.
breakfast can be hard for us all.
Toast again? Ugh, I hate it here!
Uh-oh, give those heckling kids something new to chew on. Only Hoglog cereal combines 4 types of wheat with a salty crunch of crispy pork skin.
If you don't know where your class is... Students are asked not to ask questions. Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you. The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated.
You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. One summer, some friends and I headed north on a fisherman's pilgrimage to Tumble. I tell you, there's no freedom like it. Just a group of mates, their matching bucket hats, and a case of antique fishing flies. Pure bliss.
Skills are non-transferable. This is a test announcement, not a real announcement. Staff are reminded to be inspirational.
It may come as a surprise to some of you, but the young Hawthorne was something of a prankster. Yes, once at school, the gang and I bought several thousand soft drawing pencils, and in the dead of night, swapped them with our school supply of much harder standard issue pencils. I only wish you could have seen the look on Mr. Featherbridge's face when he tried taking registration the next morning. Oh, the man was livid. Unfortunately, two of the boys were expelled for breaking and entering. Don't trespass, kids.
Students are reminded that you came here on purpose. Distracted students should pretend that they're listening. The more you revise, the longer you've been revising. dogs don't eat homework.
I want to stress that I don't think a young person's life is all fishing trips and A-grade hijinkery. No. I also took a great deal of substance from the many mentors and role models in my young life. I'll never forget the professor who took my Introduction to Advanced Thinking course at university. He once told me, "Ricky, I don't think you'll ever understand what I'm saying." And he was right. A very wise man, that one.
Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on. Education is non-refundable. Students are reminded that this is the fun part.
Thanks for joining me on a lovely walk down memory lane. Before we go, I just wanted to remind you that glory days aren't just for the young amongst us. In truth, there's nowhere I'd rather be than here, with you, at 2 Point Radio. Today's show was sponsored by Bungle Kitty Litter, the litter tray that'll make your critter's day.
Staff are reminded to care about students. Scientography. Students should check in before trying to learn. Welcome to the start of a new year. I'll be your host. Hello. Starting in the science lab. Students are reminded to set reminders. Announcement. Hitting the books doesn't mean what you think it means. University gives you a bright future and clouds it with debt.
It's the Harrison Wolf Show, baby. All right. Hey, this is Harrison Wolf, and thanks for stopping by. Today, we're going to be talking about a subject that's near and dear to my heart. The one thing you need when things are getting hairy. you hear something funny outside, or you're just hiding from the milkman. That's right. Today, we're talking panic rooms.
Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me. Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you. Warning, stupid questions will make you look stupid.
Every good panic room starts with its supplies. Now some things are a must. Your crackers, your flashlight, your bottles of water, sure. But don't be afraid to show some personality. I, for one, keep a bowling ball in my panic room. I find it's the perfect place to practice.
Frequently asked questions. No, I've not seen your frog. Students are reminded to be in two places at once. Plagiarism is not a belief system.
Now, when it comes to surveillance, I'm strictly an anti-camera kind of guy. My philosophy is, I can't see you, you can't see me. So I like to keep things as low-tech as possible. I'd recommend strategically placed strings attached to some bells. You hear a ring, and you got yourself a visitor. Of course, sometimes it's the doorbell, and you really do have a visitor. If you want to get real crafty, just leave a load of rakes in your yard. No one suspects a rake in the yard, but you'll hear the sucker when he steps on one and takes a handle to the chops. Ouch.
We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine. Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry. Students are reminded to find themselves.
What am I going to do with my life? I just don't know.
Orb.
What?
Come to an Orb Foundation Learning Center and replace your mind with the power of the Orb.
Oh, amazing. I'll do that then. Thanks.
Photography lecture starting now. chicken should not be pink. If you hear this, please drink some water. Thank you.
Here's a question from Gyro in Duckworth. What are some of your favorite panic room pastimes? And thanks for the question, Gyro. I find that you can have a lot of fun with a little bouncy ball. In fact, one time I was bouncing, lost track of time, and it turned out that I'd been doing it for 16 hours. I went cold turkey after that, meaning I was hungry, and took a turkey sandwich out the freezer. Turkey.
Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time. Skills are not transferable. Students are reminded that I'm not your mum.
Here's one for the more advanced panickers amongst you. It's important to be one step ahead. What do I mean by that? Well, you could do a number of things. You could have a trapdoor for a sneaky getaway. You could install your panic room in a hall of mirrors. Or you could hang a sign on the door that says, "Out for lunch." They won't know what's hit them.
Frequently asked questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on.